H of the same IRR. Mr. Chair, you may begin.
Thank you. The pre-bid conference for the following procurement projects with contract ID number 26IG0018, 26IG0019, 26IG0020, 26IG0021, 26IG0022, and 26IG0023 is hereby called to order at 10 in the morning, March 12, 2026, bidding room, procurement building, this office. Secretariat, please conduct the roll call.
Yes, Mr. Chair, so it's a matter of procedure. Please respond with present and raise your hand once your name is called to acknowledge your attendance and to determine whether a quorum is established. For the Bids and Awards Committee, we have the chairperson, Mr. Mark Luis B. Sampilo,
Present.
the vice chairperson, Engineer Delfin L. Oy Jr., regular members, Engineer Rinaldo P. Dacera,
Present.
Engineer Edwin K. Lansar, and Engineer Benibici Orapa. And we have provisional members, Engineer Rene A. Yan and Engineer Avelina D. Molabola. For the technical working group, we have the head, Engineer Mike J. Pilola, the assistant head, Engineer Jeffrey F. Ritana, members, Engineer Karen Joy G. Ramos, and Engineer Sam John C. Catolico. For the secretariat, yours truly, Engineer Emmanuel Marisacro. We have BACSEC member for Civil Works and Consulting Services, Engineer Noel A. Cornetes, and the procurement staff, Engineer Azilen Dacera, Ms. Maria Dulvian Loreto, Mr. Remedios Beginguni, Mr. Mark Anthony Adorilla, and Mr. Carlos C. Diaz. For the observers, Mr. Chair, we have invited them in writing through email, but none attended in person. We would also like to acknowledge the representatives from the implementing unit and the prospective bidders. We have Engineer Jose Ray Benje Lora of the Planning and Design Section, Engineer Jassy R. Gutierrez, and Engineer Mira J. Huera. And we also have one representative from the prospective bidder. The name of the firm is Nakognan Construction Corporation, attending via Zoom, Mr. Chair. So for this pre-bid conference, Mr. Chair, as of the roll call, 6 out of 7 members of the committee are present, hence a quorum is hereby declared. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. For the record, the BAG is a collegial body composed of 7 members in accordance with Section 42.2 and 42.3 of the IRR of RA 12009. A quorum consists at least 4 members, including the chairperson or the vice chairperson in his or her absence. And the decision of at least majority of those present at the meeting with the quorum shall be valid and binding as an act of the BAG, with the chairperson or vice chairperson in presiding voting only in case of a tie. The Secretariat is directed to reflect all such decisions properly in the minutes, and the committee will follow the agendas indicated in the pre-bid conference notice. Secretariat, please read the agenda.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for this pre-bid conference, the following is the agenda. Number 1, the call to order. Agenda 2, the brief presentation or explanation by the BAC of the basic contract data, requirements of the bidding documents, documents to be submitted by the bidder, and the criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, bid evaluation, post-qualification, and award. And then agenda 3 will be questions or comments from our prospective bidders, the BAC, observers, and others who are present here, including those who are attending online. Agenda 4, other matters. Agenda 5, summary of proceedings, including any supplemental or bid bulletins to be issued. And Agenda 6, adjournment. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. May I hear a motion to adopt the agenda as read? Any objections? There being no objection, the agenda is adopted. Before we proceed, I emphasize that under Section 51 of the IRR of RA 12009, the pre-bid conference is precisely the venue for prospective bidders to be clarified on the following requirements. Number 1, bidding documents. Number 2, documents that must submitted by the prospective bidders. And number 3, criteria and procedures that will be applied. And we encourage the prospective bidders to raise their questions now or through written queries within the allowed period, at least 10 calendar days from the deadline of submission and receipt of bids, so that any material clarifications may be issued through an official supplemental bid bulletin, which shall form part of the bidding documents. We now proceed to Agenda 2. The floor is given to the designer or programmer to present the basic contract data, description, scope, ABC, and contract duration. I request Engineer Laura.
Good morning.
Morning. Contract ID number 26IG0080.
For contract ID 26, I 18. Construction of road Barangay San Francisco Station 10 plus 00 to 0 plus 127 Station 2 0 plus 00 plus 2 0 plus 015 Station 3 0 plus 00 to 0 plus 110 Abuyog, Leyte. The location of Barangay San Francisco Abuyog, Leyte. The contract for the contract description of work, general description is construction of road, and visual items is construction of necessity is 27 for late line where it's 5 meters and the thickness is 23 meters. So for the ABC, the total ABC amount is 4,803,251.67, inclusive of all applicable taxes. But ABC is based on the approved program of work of applicable consumption materials price with CFP, the library, for the contract duration, the number of preliminaries is the obviously using vertical realistic information of full days. For the technical standards, the design and specification and base condition its design guidelines, criteria, standards, DPWH and other applicable standards, and etc. Further details will be found in the plans, specification and building documents with the leaders who have read and studied.
Thank you. The basic contract data are noted. And for comments and questions, now we will open the floor under Agenda 3. For now, we will proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG0019. Same. Request the programmer or designer from the implementing unit. Engineer Gutierrez, now proceed.
For contract ID number 26-ID0019, instruction of bypass on the earthing roads, bypass road, which are still to 51 Barangay Tabunok. Location is at Barangay Tabunok 10. Then contract description and scope, major rivers of our construction of the Hilongos Road with a total length of 280 meters or 1.688 kilometers. Construction of 560 linear meters road protection with varying heights. And lastly, a 2-barrel reinforced concrete blocks roadwork. Approved budget for contract is 33,69,911.42 cents. Contract duration is 176 calendar years. The design and specifications are based on DPWH design guidelines, criteria and standards for every
Thank you, Engineer Gutierrez. The basic contract data are noted. We'll now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG 0020. Again, the floor is given to Engineer Gutierrez.
For contract ID number IG 0020, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Hindang bypass road, stations 0 plus 685 to 1 plus 5 to 2, Barangay Tabingi, Poblacion 1, and Poblacion Los Leyte. Located at Barangay Tabingi, Poblacion 1, and Poblacion Los Hindang Leyte. Major scope of works are construction of a 4-lane Portland cement concrete pavement with vectorized thermoplastic pavement margins override. Thickness of PCCP is 300 millimeters. Total length of 837 meters, giving a total of 3.348 kilometers. And construction of a 35 by 3 by 3 single barrel reinforced concrete box. Approved budget for the contract for DPC is 28,364,320 and 120 pesos and 54 cents. Contract duration is 132 calendar days. The design and specifications are based on DPWH design guidelines prepared to consent.
Thank you. The basic contract data are noted. We'll proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG 0021. Floor is given to Engineer Laura.
For contract ID 26IG 0021. Construction of outlet water supply system Barangay Hampangan, Hilongos, Leyte. The location is Barangay Hampangan, Hilongos, Leyte. And general description of this construction of water system. Major electrical work is construction of 1 unit spring box, construction of 2 units reservoir, construction of steel tank, 1 unit, and construction of or installation of pipelines, which is 4,478 linear meter. For the EPC, the total EPC is 4,949,987.42, inclusive of all applicable taxes. The EPC is based on the approved program of work so far participating and applicable construction materials wisely the MPD. In line with DPWH RP 1209 goals. For the contract duration, we have 6-day calendar days computed using the merge PM realistic production rates consideration of unworkable days and relevant DPWH department further for the DEO for the process of 2012. For the technical standards, the design and specification are based on the DPWH design guidelines, criteria, standards, cases, and other applicable standards and etc. Further details can be found in the plans, specifications, and within documents. Leaders are presumed to read and sign.
Thank you. The basic contract data are noted. We'll now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG 0022. Floor is given to Engineer Vera. Good morning.
For the contract ID, it's ID 0022, installation application of good living facilities, Roadway lighting along Ormoc-Baybay-Southern Road, A81 plus 436 dash A81 plus 463, 885 plus 952 dash 886 plus 049, 886 plus 970 dash 890 plus 000, located at Barangay and Barangay School, Hindang, Leyte. and Barangay Esperanza, Hampangan. They present the contract description.
So, yeah.
First, the installation of solar light with the following major components. For the solar light, 60 watts worldwide. For the solar panels, it's 140 watts monocrystalline, and the battery is 36 ampere hour lithium ion. With the lamp dimension is 1.4 by 259 meters. Second is the construction of concrete pedestal. The proposed roadway lighting projects with a total of 250 units covers 3,169 linear meter with 50 meters spacing of the national highway, which starts and ends in the specified station limits. The roadway lighting will be supported by 1.2 by 1.2 meters per footing and 25 by 25 meters per pedestal. The luminaire will be mounted in an 8 meters length, 8-meter tapered flat galvanized lamp and spray, having a top diameter of 55 millimeters and bottom diameter is 200 millimeters. The approved budget for the contract is 22,943,993 pesos and 53 centavos, inclusive of all applicable taxes. The MBC is based on the approved program of works, scoping and applicable construction materials price data or CMDD in line with DPWH and RA 12009 rules. The contract duration of this project is 240 calendar days, using PM realistic production rates, consideration of unworkable days, and relevant DPWH department orders. The design and specifications are based on DPWH design guidelines, criteria, standards, and other applicable standards as appropriate to the project.
Thank you. The basic contract data are noted. We'll now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 26IG0023. Again, the floor is given to General Vera. General Vera, may I proceed?
For the contract ID 26IG0023, installation, application of road safety facilities will be lighting along Bato-Bontoc Road K1107 plus negative 1154 K1107 plus negative 761 K1107 plus negative 353 K1107 plus negative 353 located at Barangay Hindang and Barangay Bato-Bontoc Leyte. We present the contract description and scope. First is the installation of solar light with the following components. Same condition design is that of the 26IG0022. The lamp is 60 watts. The solar panel is 140 watts. Monocrystalline in the battery is 36 ampere hour lithium ion. Having a dimension sa lamp is 1.4 by 59 meters. And the construction of concrete pedestal. The proposed roadway lighting projects with a total of 35 units covers 393 linear meter with 50 meters the national highway, which starts and ends in the specified station limits. The roadway lighting will be supported also with 1.2 by 1.2 square footing and 25 by 25 meters pedestal, having a 8-meter length tool. Also, the top diameter is 75 millimeters and the bottom diameter is 200. The approved budget for the contract is 3,703,417 pesos and 26 centavos, inclusive of all applicable taxes. The IPC is based on the approved program of works, market scoping, and applicable construction materials price data, CMDD, in line with DPWH and RA 12009 rules. The contract duration of this project is 80 calendar days, computed using first PM realistic production rates, consideration of unworkable days and PWH department orders. For the technical standards, the design and specifications are based on the DPWH design guidelines, criteria, and standards as appropriate to the budget.
Thank you. The basic contract data are noted. We now proceed to the requirements of the bidding documents. For Agenda 2B, the Secretariat and TWG will walk us through the structure and main contents of the bidding documents, instruction to bidders, general and special conditions of the contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and forms. Secretariat?
Yes, Mr. Chair. So for the composition of the bidding documents, for the information of everyone, we are now using the standard Philippine bidding documents for RA 12009, edition 1 as of May 2025. So it is composed of the following. Section 1 is the invitation to bid. Section 2, instruction to bidders. Section 3, the bid data sheet. Section 4, general conditions of the contract. Section 5, special conditions of the contract. Mr. Chair, before I proceed, may I request the presenters to stay put because maybe our prospective bidders will ask questions on the technical aspect. So to proceed, Mr. Chair, Section 6 is the specifications. Section 7, drawings. Section 8, bill of quantities. Section 9, Philippine bidding documents, related forms. So for Section 1, Mr. Chair, I would like to emphasize that the invitation to bid is not separate. So what we are doing now is we are posting the whole Philippine bidding documents, including the invitation to bid, for the information of our prospective bidders. So for this batch of procurement, the bidding or the opening of bids is on March 24, 2026 at 9 a.m. here in the procurement building. So late bids will not be accepted but merely recorded. The cost of the bidding documents are as follows: 25,000 for 26 IG 0019, 20 and 22, and then 5,000 for 26 IG 0018, 21 and 23. Then, Mr. Chair, if they have any questions, we have provided contact numbers and email address under item 12 of the invitation to bid. For the bid data sheet, I would like to emphasize this, that our prospective bidders should kindly read and be appraised of the bid data sheet because these are detailed requirements that supplement the instruction to bidders. So you will find here the required pickup license, the ABC, the similar projects that is considered in our CWA system, including the key personnel and the major equipment and the minimum materials testing equipment requirements are also indicated here, including the bid security and the performance security requirement. And then for the special conditions of the contract, these will supplement the general conditions which will be filled out during contract signing. And then for the drawings, Mr. Chair, we have provided a Google Drive link considering the size of the scanned copy of the file. So they will access that by clicking the said link specified in the bidding documents. So to finalize, Mr. Chair, any amendment or clarification of these documents will be made only through a written supplemental or bid bulletin. So not any oral statements made today. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We proceed to Agenda 2C, the documents to be submitted by the bidders. The bidding documents contain the complete checklist of required documents, and for this conference, we will highlight the main components of the technical and financial proposals. TWG, please proceed.
The technical proposal first shall contain two matters. Valid PhD's registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages current and updated in accordance with the IRR. Ensure that the AF is
reflected in the village registration certificate is the latest DFS filed with the BIR. Considering that the gate opening is scheduled on before April 2026, in which case the applicable latest TFS for field trips reference and FCC computation is generally the CY 2024 TFS. For if April 2026 onwards, in which case the applicable latest TFS should generally be the CY 2025 TFS. So, statement of all ongoing contracts, government and private, including contracts awarded but not yet started, whether similar or not with the contract to be bid. Statement of single largest completed contract or SLCC or the required similar experience as specified in the bid data sheet. With supporting documents, notices, certificate of completion or acceptance, CPS rating of at least satisfactory, or original copy of bid security in acceptable form and amount valid for the period prescribed in the bidding documents. 5. Project requirements, including contractors, organizational chart of the contract, list of key personnel to be assigned in the contract with their qualification data and licenses, list of major construction and laboratory equipment indicating whether owned, under lease, or under purchase commitment. Minimum material testing equipment shall be in accordance with DEO 11 series of 2017. For corporation, latest general information sheet, GIS reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly received by the Security and Exchange Commission in accordance with the annual reportorial requirements. 6. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement using the prescribed form. 7. Where applicable, original notarized secretary certificate for corporation, partnership, and cooperative. For special power of attorney, sole proprietorship or GB, authorizing the signatory of to sign the bid, OSS, sworn's disclosure and other bid documents. And the bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity FCC is supported by the latest audited financial statement following the formula in the bidding documents. If applicable, the joint venture agreement GPA in accordance with the RA 4566 and its IRR. If the GB is already exists or duly notarized statement from all prospective GB partners that they may enter into and abide by the provision of the GBA in the event of a successful bid.
For financial proposal, the second and the group should contain among others, first, if the original duly signed and accompanied financial unit quality. Second, if the original duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, all required items must be priced in accordance with the bidding laws. Duly accomplished detailed statements work, including a summary sheet of unit prices of materials, labors, and equipment used in arriving at the bid, and the cash flow report to report the entire calculation. Bidders are reminded that arithmetic corrections will be applied in accordance with IRR of RK 12-09. Second, the financial proposal must be consistent with the technical proposal and bid price should exceed the ABC. And lastly, the alterations or ratios must be properly countersigned and must not contradict the bidding documents.
Thank you. For agenda 2D, the DPWH will summarize the criteria and procedure that the bank will apply for eligibility check, preliminary examination, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualifications, and award under RA 12009 and its IRR and the bidding documents. DPWH, please proceed.
First, eligibility check and preliminary examination. The eligibility and completeness of bids will be determined on a strict pass or fail basis, based on the submitted documents and the prospective bidder's technical and financial envelopes. If any required documents is missing, patently insufficient, or improperly executed, the bid will be considered treated as with deficiency and written bill with page. Regarding the detailed bid evaluation, the award criterion is lowest calculated responsive bid, LCRB, as specified in the bidding documents. The bank will perform arithmetic corrections and evaluate the bid prices. Bids are then ranked to determine the lowest calculated bid. For post qualification, the bidder with lowest calculated bid will undergo post qualification. The bank DPWH will verify, validate, and ascertain the truthfulness and sufficiency and authenticity of all submitted documents and statements, including the SLCC, NFCC, availability of key personnel, validity and authenticity of licenses, registration of tax clearances, and general information sheet when applicable. Any material representation or falsity may result in disqualification, recommending to blacklisting and other legal consequences. The fourth, the award and contract signing. If the bidder passes post qualification, the bank will recommend award to the head of procuring entity within the period prescribed in the IRR and bidding documents. Then the notice of award, posting of performance security, contract signing, and issuance of the notice to proceed will then follow the prescribed timelines and requirements under Article 009. It's IRR and applicable DPWH issuances. It's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. That concludes the presentation of the criteria and procedure for eligibility, evaluation, post-qualification, and award. We now proceed to Agenda 3, comments, questions from bidders and replies of the back and procuring entity representatives. Under Agenda 3, we open the floor for questions and comments from bidders. Again, we stress that under Section 59 of the IRR of RA 12009, this private conference is primary venue for you to be clarified on the requirements. Kindly state your name and company and refer to the specific section or page of the bidding documents if possible. We will respond through the back, DPWH, or end user, and any clarifications that changes or refines of requirements will be issued in a supplemental bid bulletin until and unless the supplemental bid bulletin is issued and posted. The posted bidding documents shall not be amended. The floor is now open. Secretariat, please take note.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed, and for the record, the Zoom meeting has ended, considering that we are only allowed 40 minutes, Mr. Chair. So we are trying to create a new meeting, but the next meeting is available in 8 minutes, Mr. Chair, so we cannot create a new one. So with this, Mr. Chair, maybe we will just inform the prospective bidder attending online that their question may be submitted through our official email. In the interest of time, Mr. Chair, considering that we still need 8 minutes to proceed with the new meeting, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There are no further questions. We proceed to Agenda 4. Other matters. Any matters from the back, members, DPWH or Secretariat?
None from the back, Mr. Chair.
From the DPWH? Secretariat?
I guess, Mr. Chair, I will open the supplemental bulletin under Agenda 5.
Thank you. We proceed to Agenda 5. For Agenda 5, the Secretariat will summarize the key points discussed and indicate the supplemental bid bulletins that will be issued, if any. Secretariat, please proceed.
I guess, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, for the record, before I proceed, this is part of the other matters. We have already routed the minutes of our previous meetings, which are already signed by our back members. That is the deliberation, the bid eval report, and all other minutes, Mr. Chair. So for the record, the following were taken up during this pre-bid conference. First is the basic contract data. The project description, ABC, contract duration, and other technical details were discussed concisely and briefly by the representatives of the implementing units. The structure of the bidding documents was also discussed with emphasis on the invitation to bid data sheet, and special conditions of the contract. The TWG discussed the requirements of the bidding documents, including the contents of the technical and financial proposals. And then the criteria was also discussed by the TWG, Mr. Chair. The award criteria for this batch of procurement is lowest calculated responsive bid. And then for the record, since our Zoom meeting has ended, the prospective bidders were not able to send their questions, but they may do so in writing after this meeting. They may email us, Mr. Chair, and the back has no further questions also. And then supplemental bulletin, Mr. Chair, we are issuing supplemental bulletin number SB-26-INFR-01. So this is applicable for all contract IDs 26IG0018 to 23. So we just amended the checklist, Mr. Chair, to emphasize specifically technical documents under item C, statement of bidders' single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid. We just added they must submit together with the SLCC a proof of satisfactory past performance, such as CP's rating of at least satisfactory or an owner certificate of final acceptance or equivalent for private sector contracts, Mr. Chair. So this will form part of our checklist once posted later, Mr. Chair. So to our prospective bidders, in your submitted statement of SLCC, please attach your CP's rating or other satisfactory performance proof, Mr. Chair. So far, that's all for the Secretariat.
Thank you. Are there any corrections or additions to the summary of agreements? From the back? So there being no corrections, the summary of agreements is noted for the record. We now proceed to agenda 6. There being no other matters for discussion, may I hear a motion to adjourn this private conference?
Mr. Chair.
Any objection?
None, Mr. Chair.
There being no objection, the private conference for contract ID numbers 26IG0018 to 26IG0023 is adjourned at 10:48 in the morning. Thank you and good morning once again.